it was calling me. But yeah, man, we just started driving by there every day before I was going to work. I told my wife about it. I was like, man, this is the house. That's for us. This is it. This is the one. And then she put in our information. We got approved. And then we put in an offer on the house. And then they accepted another offer on us. All right. Good day to good people. How you guys doing out there? I thought today I might give you a little bit of story time on my experience with manifestation. Manifestation can be very real in my opinion. And then I'll ride down here and I'll show you a little bit of what we got going on right now. But when I was I don't know if I told this story before. I'm pretty sure I hadn't told it on this channel. But when I was shopping, or before I started shopping for the house that we live in now, all of a sudden I started feeling drawn to it. It's on my way to where I work right now, because we lived around the corner from where it's at. But I would never take this way to go to work. But then one day I decided that I was going to go that way. I don't know what reason it was to go around the way to go to work like that. And then I went down there, and there was this house that caught my eye. It's the house that I currently live in today. So as I was going back and forth, it caught my eye. I didn't act on it at that time, but I started going to work in that direction more regularly, more frequently. Probably once a week, I would say. Maybe I drove by there. I was like, man, there's just something about this house. So I waited about a month or 2 months. And then I told my wife the for sale sign was just kept sitting in the yard. This is before it was such a crazy buyer's market or seller's market, whichever one. Whenever they was doing all those crazy high prices right after COVID. But yeah, the for sale sign was just sitting around. And then I'm like, man, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and tell my wife about it. You know, we hadn't worked on our credit or nothing like that. I had almost actually given up on trying to buy a home. And then I was like, man, this house is just calling me, man. So I'm gonna go ahead and send the information over to my wife. I said, look, come take a look at this house. So we went to go look at it, and you know, she started feeling the same vibe, you know, like it was meant to be, like this is where we're supposed to be. And then I'm like, I let it go, and then days later, you know, my wife starts putting in the information, getting our application, getting our credit pulled and all of that. And then all of a sudden, you know, with her diligence, they're like, okay, well, you know, y'all are approved to go ahead and start looking for the house. Okay, I was like, okay, that's what's up. I think we got approved for like $175,000 or something like that at the time. The house that we were looking at was only like 120, something like that. It wasn't crazy. The one we bought, the one that kept calling me. It was calling me. But yeah, man, we just started driving by there every day before I was going to work. I told my wife about it. I was like, man, this is the house. That's for us. This is it. This is the one. And then she put in our information. We got approved. And then we put in an offer on the house. And then they accepted another offer on us. So I was like, man, I thought I was feeling this house. I thought it was for us. I thought this one was the one. I thought it was the one. So we move on, and we start looking for other homes, like all around the city and stuff like that. We start looking for other homes. You know, we made a couple of offers on different homes. You know, things just, you know, we found some that we liked, but the feeling just wasn't quite the same. You know what I mean? The feeling just wasn't quite the same. But there wasn't nothing we could do about it, because that house was off the market. They accepted another offer from somebody else. So what we wound up doing was we put in an offer on a house down the street from there, and we got approved on that offer, and we start the closing process on that home right up the street. And I would say maybe about 15 or 20 days after we started, it wasn't even that long, because we were in the due diligence period. So it was probably about 10 days or so after our contract got accepted. You know, our realtor gives us a call and says, hey, you know, that that house you guys were first looking at, the one that we were looking at first, you know, it's back on the market. And we were like, Lord Jesus, it's back on the market. I said, that's exactly what we wanted to hear. You know, we was part ways through this one, and it was a nice house. We liked that one too, but it just wasn't calling us the same way. You know, we wind up manifesting ourselves back into that home. The offer they had accepted had fell through. So he's like, well, I'm not gonna give her name out on the video. So he's like, Miss Realtor lady, go ahead and put an offer in on the house. Go ahead and put it in. Hurry up, get it in today. Get it in right now. Get it in within the hour. Yeah, we was like, get it in within the hour. It's urgent. But you know, so she wound up getting in like the next day, I think. And then this time, we got approved. Right? Beautiful thing. We wound up getting approved. Go ahead and move on from this location. So we wind up getting approved. And we're like, damn, do you see how this works out? You know, like our mind stayed steadfast on this house, this house, this house. I'm riding past it every day. Don't even say nothing. For a sell sign sitting there. Tell my wife about it. Then they wind up accepting another offer. We wind up taking like another month to go look at other homes. And then we get accepted on another house. The old offer falls through. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, it's just like, hey, this one, the one that's for you. And, you know, a lot of us, you know, I'm not like a religious man, but a lot of us doubt God. You know, the one that's for you, the door you might have thought was closed, we went ahead and opened that back up. So now you're gonna get the one, you're gonna get the one that I put in your head to begin with, the one I gave you the vision for. And then that's what wound up happening. And I was like, man, I think this is like my first real experience with manifesting something into existence. Because when we went down this journey to begin with, I didn't think it was possible. Because my credit wasn't all that great. You know, we still had a bunch of stuff we needed to do and all of that. We didn't have the money saved up that we were supposed to have saved up. I didn't think it was possible. But my mind knew better. My inner mind, my subconscious, it knew better. It said, hey, you keep focusing on that for whatever reason, so we're going to bring it out. We're going to bring it into existence. And I think that was my first real experience with manifestation. That's what led me to believe how real it is. And ever since then, the home that we've been in has been such a blessing to us. We've been able to get so much value and equity out of this home that now we're working on our investments. We're working on our investment property this month. This month, if all goes well, we'll be closing on 5 properties for our first investment. You know, one of my boys hooked me up with a great deal. Like we wind up, you know, we're having the availability for about 5 properties. You know, 3 pieces of land and 2 homes. And I'm like, damn, here come the train. As soon as I come this way, here come the doggone train. I was gonna take you on the same road where our investment properties are, but the train is stopping me from getting over there. So now I'm gonna have to go out and around. But that was my first experience with manifestation, and then I started believing in myself again. I started believing that we're able to do this again, because you know, real estate's been something I wanted to do as far as an investment since I was a child, since I was 16, 17, 18 years old. But over time, you know, you kind of let the world kind of tell you how you're supposed to be living. You know, you let 1 or 2 failures cause you to create a identity out of that for some reason. And stop identifying with all the things you're successful at. But now, you know, that I had that experience with the manifestation, we pulled out all the, pulling out all the equity and value from the home that we were blessed with. You know, now we've been able to invest in other homes. So that's what we've been working on right now. And again, we're closing on like 5 properties this month if all goes well. 2 for sure next week. 2 properties for sure next week. And it's been it's been such a blessing to have experienced manifestation in this way. You know, you tell that subconscious mind that you want something, and it's going to start presenting you with opportunities to go get it. Do not be I'm sorry, a little kid running in and out there, running around over there. No adults around. Sorry about that. I probably cut that out. But what was I saying? But yeah, manifestation, it can be very real, man. It can be very real. But the main thing behind manifestation is that you can't stay stagnant too long. You're gonna have to go ahead and put in some work as well. Okay? You can't stay stagnant forever. You're gonna have to put in some work. Manifestation is real. I didn't get a chance to drive you by the by where we're gonna be, by 2 of the investments that's closing next week. But you know, as things progress, you know, you guys will get some videos of that and all of that as it comes. But you know, thank you for watching, everybody that's around. Hey, I'm also manifesting that you guys are going to watch this video. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to take something from it. I'm manifesting that you guys are going to hit the like button, that you're going to hit the subscribe button, that you're going to leave me wonderful comments. I would appreciate it greatly. Go be great.
She loves me so, and this I know.